Hi and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be discussing how troubling memories have affected my anxiety, and we'll be going through the ways I've learned to cope with its effects. I want to start off by saying that from my point of view, memories are a collection of imprints of situations and emotions that can be recalled while remembering past events. Whenever I think of mountains, for example, I immediately remember the cold fresh air that filled my lungs, the sight of snow-capped peaks, the smell of pine, and the meandering streams that ran across a lush green valley. In fact, I can recall these things so vividly in mind that it brings back the same sense of amazement that I first felt when seeing that national park for the first time. However, troubling memories can be just as vivid, and the recollection can quickly bring back stress that can lead to anxiety. Among the very worst memories that I have, for example, are my first panic attack and the difficult years that followed, getting bullied at school, and the time that I was scammed out of a lot of money, just to name a few. And although the events that have caused these imprints are long gone, the stress and other emotions that have been tied with these memories still have an effect on me today. I've also found that occasionally I would encounter a situation in my daily life that would cause me a deep feeling of anxiety, and that would in turn churn up painful memories from my past. Looking at those past memories has been incredibly difficult, and it's something that I've avoided at all costs. As one can imagine, leaving issues unresolved did nothing to help, as they accumulated in number, and over time, so did my anxiety. The other problem that I've found with disowning past memories was that it also created avoidance, not only from dealing with my past, but also avoidance of dealing with present situations as well. However, over time I began to understand that painful memories gave me an opportunity to fix the problem. In fact, confronting some of my most painful memories has been a great way to reduce my anxiety towards them. I've been droning on for a while, and you might be wondering where this is going, and how does one confront past memories in practical terms? If I were to summarize the process in 4 steps, it would be as follows. Firstly, I believe it's important to recognize that there is a problem. Secondly, is to accept that the process will take time, but to nevertheless remain determined to find a solution. Thirdly, is to purposefully recall the most painful memory and to intentionally go through whatever feelings and emotions that it may churn up. Lastly, it's to accept the fact that the event and the memory created from it has caused us a lot of pain, but that it's necessary to deal with it. Over the years, I've used this technique to confront some of the most painful past memories, and as a result, I found that over time I started to look at those memories more objectively, and that eventually they tended to create much less anxiety for me. I have to be honest, however, and will admit that there are still things from my past that have not been entirely resolved, and that still cause me some level of anxiety and stress today. But the way I see it is that it's an ongoing process, kind of like having to mow the lawn every now and then to keep the garden well kept. As one quote goes, our bad memories and our bad experiences are what make us who we are, and what makes us grow and allow us to learn, if we choose to see the lessons in those experiences. Please feel free to let me know in the comments section below what past memories have caused you stress and how you dealt with them. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please check out 5 coping methods that have helped me to deal with my anxiety over the years. Next time, I look forward to talking about how constructive habits have helped me to reduce my anxiety. Until then, thank you for watching, and see you next time.